Welcome to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Huskers will put total leather and we'll get started. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Give to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Handoff from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's caught downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down and run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, the running back looking for room. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Now from inside the red zone. Going for it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Snags it! And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they are still short of the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to that outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Turns it on in midfield. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
To throw, it's Bean. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Ready to fire from the pistol. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working that left side. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Try to get it on the ground. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He finds his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Arizona going back to work with another 1st down. Hands it off. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They run the reverse.
And I tell you what, I love the versatility of wide receivers nowadays. You can handle the football in many different ways, but I like this. Get him going full speed in motion. He's already got all that speed built up, handling the football. He can chew up 5 yards in a hurry, get you those critical yards you need to put you in better situations.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. They'll try to pick up the first. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
The Wildcats line it up with a 1st and goal. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Motion from the offense. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Kennesaw State. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Running back searching for a hole. Smashes through. And they swarm him under. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The ball's free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down right there.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Soto. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Deep zone coverage here by the defense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. This crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Arizona lines up with a 1st and goal. He'll call his own number. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw. It's Bean. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Set to advance on the football.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They want to run this quarterback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
A designed run for the quarterback. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10.
Yankee Blue. Jackrabbit.
They'll go with a direct snap. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Lasso. Flex, flex, flex.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Now on the move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass, it's Bean. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And I would use this as a part of my offense, too. When I got a guy like this, I can do the design quarterback runs with, and he can make 10 yards look like it's nothing. I mean, just chews up dirt quickly and gets in the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to...
And he breaks into the open. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by just 2 to Kennesaw State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Looking to throw, it's Bean. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick handoff.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Payne. At the 45 on its way. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field.
Get set.
Using his legs, it's Payne. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Arizona 24, Nebraska 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Direct snap. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Calls his own number. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. They'll try to get the first through the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhusker! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Toss sweep to the right. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And they fail to hook up on third down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, these running backs, they've been put into challenging situations. That's the third time in the game on fourth they've decided to hand it off. And these guys have just found a way to make sure that they're able to keep these drives going.
And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's looking for a man on second down. The sure hands. It's Washington. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Arizona comes out with another first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll give it to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Kennesaw State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
42 Spider.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. coming up with a play like that. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes.
Off he goes. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. You still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The give to the back. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part and the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potential.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up, but you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.